What's going down? Oh, man. What's up, everybody? Shalom, shalom, shalom. What up? What up? I'm ready to cut up and read, man. What's up? We're here. Welcome back to Rise and Scripts, man. We back at it with the ancient book of Jasher. As referenced in Joshua, 2nd Samuel, and 2nd Timothy. Yeah, we out here to read some stuff today, man. It's your boy. It's Shalom, man. I'm out here. Shalom. Big Shalom. Uh, the ancient book of Jasher. It's referenced in Joshua 10 and 13, 2 Samuel 1 and 18, and 2 Timothy 3 and 8. Man, there's been some shit going on, man. They battling. They've been killing folks left and right. Judah and them was just jumping on walls like they was the Hulk, man. They were just leaping in a single bound, destroying people by the thousands. Get back. Comic book worthy, movie worthy. They don't want to see us with no superpowers. They're gonna be hollering about, you got superpowers. Don't be mad because we can jump tall walls in a single bound. Up, and away on y'all boys. Chapter 39, where we left off at, is Canaanite wars continue. The Canaanite wars continue. See, them boys been fighting. Them boys is fighting in the land of Canaan. That's the land of milk and honey, the land where the Most High God told Abraham that, man, I'm going to give this land right here to you and your seed after you. And I'm going to make them like the sand of the sea. And I shall be their God and they shall be my people. Man, they was fighting. They've been fighting in this land. Fighting, killing kings and whole cities, knocking boys off. And they ain't even a whole people yet. It's just the sons and the daddy. Daddy down there with the boat. It's me a nigga. What? A king? Hey, but before we get going, all praises to the Most High, man. I have breath to breathe today. So since I got breath to breathe, then I have all I need to succeed. And so do you. So let's succeed, man. Succeed, man. I succeeded yesterday. And I'm going to succeed today. That's the attitude I need to have. I'm going to succeed today. You know, so do your thing. You succeed too. Let's blow up the trumpet, man. Give the Most High reverence. Hopefully don't wake my sons up in the tent because they out there in the tent. Because it's tabernacles. I should be reading from outside. I just don't think I'm going to get a good connection. Otherwise, I'll be reading from outside. But let's blow up the trumpet for the Most High, man. Let's blow it up. So we can be remembered. So we can be heard. So we can be like, unblock me, Lord. Because I might be blocked. I don't want to be blocked. Who knows? You might be blocked. You better ask for unblocking. Get me off the block list, Lord, please. If I'm on there, get me off. You know, hear my humble cry. Unblock me, Lord. Unblock me, Lord. Unblock me. Unblock me, Lord. Oh, Lord. One more time then. Oh, Lord. One more time. That's what I get. I'm trying to flip it. About to bust myself in the head. Boom. And talk about her check. Oh, talk about her check. That thing hard, man. That horn, that kudu horn is hard. I might have a damn bump right there. I see you, boy. I see you, boy. Zip that tin up good. Tabernacles. Eee. What y'all know about that tabernacling, baby? Y'all know about tabernacling? I'm out here tabernacling, big tent tabernacling, 8 days. From the 20th to the 28th, man, we're going to be out there in that tent, 8 days. So said the Lord. Man, but let's read and grow. Let's read and grow. Hopefully we can grow. Chapter 39. Canaanite wars continue. Let the battling continue. Let me get my, because I know you had to come in and ask for a hug, so make it ready. Mom's ready. Oh, daddy love you. Let me get ready. Chapter 39. I gotta get ready for my hug. He coming in, he gonna get my hug. He gonna succeed. And I'm gonna succeed at hugging him back. Come hug me, son. Come hug me. Come hug your daddy. I'm gonna play it off like I ain't ready for it. Golly, what's taking you so long? To zip it and do that thing? Oh, he forgot something. All right, anyway, let's go ahead. I'll get my hug in a minute. Don't say I told you. I like when I get my hugs, you know. I'm gonna ask for hugs all day. 37,000 hugs a day. I'll take them. Chapter 39, Canaanite wars continue. And when the sons of Jacob went from the city of Sarton, they done messed up Shechem, they done messed up Sarton already, and knocking boys' heads off. Man, steppers, big steppers, them Hebrews, big steppers. They had gone about 200 cubits when they met the inhabitants of Tapnach. Oh, my bad. Hey, I appreciate everybody that come in, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your people, man, Shalom out here reading shit, man. That's what we're going to do. We're going to read some shit. Leave a comment in the chat so I can know the chat working, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's move. And they went to the inhabitants of Tapnach, coming toward them. They met the inhabitants of Tapnach, coming toward them. For they went out to fight with them, because they had smitten the king of Tapnach and all his men. So all that remained in the city of Tapnach came out to fight with the sons of Jacob, and they thought to retake from them the booty and the spoil which they had captured from Chazar and Sarton. Well, that's 3. Chazar, Sarton, Shechem. And the rest of the men of Tapnach fought with the sons of Jacob in that place. And the sons of Jacob smote them, and they fled before them, and they pursued them to the city of Arbalin, and they all fell before the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob returned and came to Tapnach to take away the spoil of Tapnach. And when they came to Tapnach, they heard that the people of Arbalin had gone out to meet them to save the spoil of their brethren, and the sons of Jacob left 10 of their men in Tapnach to plunder the city. And they went out toward the people of Arbalin. And the men of Arbalin went out with their wives to fight with the sons of Jacob, for their wives were experienced in battle. Pooh. And they went out, about 400 men and women. That's a ride or dies, right? A ride or dies. And all the sons of Jacob shouted with a loud voice, and they all ran towards the inhabitants of Arbalin, and with a great and tremendous voice. And the inhabitants of Arbalin heard the noise of the shouting of the sons of Jacob, and their roaring like the noise of lions, and like the roaring of the sea and its waves. And fear and terror possessed their hearts on account of the sons of Jacob, and they were terribly afraid of them. And they retreated and fled before them into the city. And the sons of Jacob pursued them to the gate of the city. and they came upon them in the city. And the sons of Jacob fought with them in the city, and all their women were engaged in slinging against the sons. Not bad. And the combat was very severe amongst them the whole of that day till evening. And the sons of Jacob could not prevail over them. And the sons of Jacob had almost perished in the battle. And the sons of Jacob cried unto the Lord and greatly gained strength toward evening. And the sons of Jacob smote all the inhabitants of Arbelan by the edge of the sword, men, women, and little ones. Everybody got to go. Everybody. Lottie, dottie, everybody. Y'all all want to rise up, the men and the women. So it's men, women, and children going to get this sword. And also the remainder of the people who had fled from Sarton, the sons of Jacob smote them in Arbelan. And the sons of Jacob did unto Arbelan and Tabnak as they had done to Chazar and Sarton. So that's 5 cities right there. Shechem, Chazar, Sarton, Tabnak, Arbelan. 5 cities, boy, been messing them up. And when the women saw that all the men were dead, they went upon the roofs of the city and smote the sons of Jacob by showering down stones like rain. And the sons of Jacob hastened and came into the city and seized all the women and smote them with the edge of the sword. And the sons of Jacob captured all the spoil and booty, flocks and herds and cattle. You want to throw down a damn rock at me? Huh, you raggedy heifer? Dusty foot? Knock that dusty foot off. And the sons of Jacob did unto Machnamah as they had done to Tapnach, to Chazar, and to Shiloh, and they turned from there and went away. And on the 5th day, the sons of Jacob heard that the people of Gaash had gathered against them to battle, because they had slain their king and their captains, for there had been 14 captains in the city of Gaash, and the sons of Jacob had slain them all in the first battle. Pooh, everybody. And the sons of Jacob that day girt on their weapons of war, and they marched to battle against the inhabitants of Gaash. And in Gaash there was a strong and mighty people of the people of the Amorites. And Gaash was the strongest and best fortified city of all the cities of the Amorites. And it had 3 walls. And the sons of Jacob came to Gaash, and they found the gates of the city locked, and about 500 men standing on top at the top of the outermost wall. And a people numerous as the sand upon the seashore were in ambush for the sons of Jacob from without the city at the rear thereof. And the sons of Jacob approached to open the gates of the city, and whilst they were drawing nigh, behold, those who were an ambush at the rear of the city came forth from their places and surrounded the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob were enclosed between the people of Gaash. And the battle was both to their front and rear, and all the men that were upon the wall were casting from the wall upon them arrows and stones. And Judah, seeing that the men of Gaash were getting too heavy for them, gave a most piercing and tremendous shriek, and all the men of Gaash were terrified at the voice of Judah's cry. And men fell from the wall at his powerful shriek, and all those that were from without and within the city were greatly afraid of their lives. And the sons of Jacob still came nigh to break the doors of the city, when the men of Gaash threw stones and arrows upon them from the top of the wall and made them flee from the gate. Get your ass back. And the sons of Jacob returned against the men of Gaash who were with them from without the city, and they smote them terribly. as striking against gourds, and they could not stand against the sons of Jacob, for fright and terror had seized them at the shriek of Judah. And the sons of Jacob slew all those men who were without the city. And the sons of Jacob still drew nigh to effect an entrance into the city and to fight under the city walls. But they could not fall. All the inhabitants of Gaash who remained in the city had surrounded the walls of Gaash and in every direction, so that the sons of Jacob were unable to approach the city to fight with them. And the sons of Jacob came nigh to one corner to fight under the wall. The inhabitants of Gaash threw arrows and stones upon them like showers of rain, and they fled from under the wall. And the people of Gaash who were upon the wall, seeing that the sons of Jacob could not prevail over them from under the wall, reproached Jacob in these words, saying, "What is the matter with you in the battle that you cannot prevail? Can you then do unto the mighty city of Gaash and its as you did to the cities of the Amorites that were not so powerful? And surely to those weak ones amongst us you did those things and slew them in the entrance of the city, for they had no strength when they were terrified at the sound of your shouting." Shout your ass if you want to. We ain't scared. They pulled a bone crusher. We ain't never scared. We ain't never scared. I'll knock a heel out. They did a Kendrick Lamar. They not like us. They not, the other Amorite cities not like us. We strong, they weak. And will you now then be able to fight in this place? And surely here you will all die. And we will avenge the cause of those cities that you have laid waste. And the inhabitants of Gaash greatly reproached the sons of Jacob and reviled them with their gods and continued to cast arrows and stones upon them from the wall. And Judah and his brothers heard the words of the inhabitants of Gaash, and their anger was greatly roused. And Judah was jealous of his God in this matter. And he called out and said, "O Lord, send help to us and our brothers." And he ran at a distance that with all his might, with his drawn sword in his hand, and he sprang from the earth and by dint of his strength mounted the wall, and his sword fell from his hand. And Judah shouted upon the wall, and all the men that were upon the wall were terrified. "Bitch, I'm here." Oh shit. Oh, they scared. Judah scared. I'm on you. Damn, I dropped my sword, but I'm out here. I'm up here, bitch. I'm up here. And Judah shouted upon the wall, and all the men that were upon the wall were terrified, and some of them fell from the wall into the city and died. And those who were yet upon the wall, when they saw Judah's strength, they were greatly afraid. This sucker and jumped his ass from the ground and pushed people down. Man. They were greatly afraid and fled for their lives into the city for safety. And some were emboldened to fight with Judah upon the wall. And they came nigh to slay him when they saw there was no sword in Judah's hand. And they thought of casting him from the wall to his brothers. And 20 men of the city came up to assist them. And they surrounded Judah. And they all shouted over him and approached him with drawn swords. And they terrified Judah, and Judah cried out to his brothers from the wall. And Jacob and his son drew the bow from under the wall and smote 3 of the men that were upon the top of the wall. And Judah continued to cry, and he exclaimed, "O Lord, help us! O Lord, deliver us. And he cried out with a loud voice upon the wall, and the cry was heard at a great distance. And after this cry, he again repeated to shout. And all the men who surrounded Judah on the top of the wall were terrified. And they each threw his sword from his hand at the sound of Judah's shouting and his tremor, and fled. And Judah took the swords which had fallen from their hands, and Judah fought with them, and slew 20 of their men upon the wall. And about 80 men and women still ascended the wall from the city, and they all surrounded Judah. And the Lord impressed the fear of Judah in their hearts, that they were unable to approach him. And Jacob and all who were with him drew the bow from under the wall, and they slew 10 men upon the wall, and they fell below the wall before Jacob and his sons. And the people upon the wall, seeing that 20 of their men had fallen, they still ran towards Judah with drawn swords. But they could not approach him, for they were greatly terrified at Judah's strength. Ooh, this nigga strong. That nigga strong. He ate his Wheaties this morning, y'all. Don't mess with him. That boy killing boys left and right. That Hebrew man killing boys left and right. But we got to get him. We got to get him. But I'm scared. Whew. And the people upon the wall, seeing that 20 of their men had fallen, they still ran towards Judah with drawn swords, but they could not approach him, for they were greatly terrified of Judah's strength. And one of their mighty men, whose name was Arud, approached to strike Judah upon the head with his sword. And when Judah hastily put his shield to his head, the sword hit the shield, and it was split in two. And this mighty man, after he had struck Judah, ran for his life at the fear of Judah. And his feet slipped upon the wall, and he fell amongst the sons of Jacob who were below the wall. And the sons of Jacob smote him and slew him. Take that, sorry sucker. Tried to get my brother. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you tried to get my brother. And Judah's head pained him from the blow of the powerful man, and Judah had nearly died from it. And Judah cried out upon the wall, owing to the pain produced by the blow. And when Dan heard him, and his anger burned within him, and he also rose up and went at a distance and ran and sprang from the earth and mounted the wall with his wrath-excited strength. I'm coming, Judah. And when Dan came upon the wall near unto Judah, all the men upon the wall fled, who had stood against Judah. And they went up to the second wall, and they threw arrows and stones upon Dan and Judah from the second wall, and endeavored to drive them from the wall. And the arrows and stones struck Dan and Judah, and they had nearly been killed upon the wall. And wherever Dan and Judah fled from the wall, they were attacked with arrows and stones from the second wall. And Jacob and his sons were still at the entrance of the city below the first wall, and they were not able to draw their bow against the inhabitants of the city, as they could not be seen by them, being upon the second wall. And Dan and Judah, when they could no longer bear the stones and arrows that fell upon them from the second wall, they both sprang upon the second wall near the people in the city. And when the people of the city who were upon the second wall saw that Dan and Judah had come to them upon the second wall, they all cried out and descended below between the walls. I gotta get them. Gone! The people up here. Ah! The people! And Jacob and his sons heard the noise of the shouting from the people of the city, and they were still at the entrance of the city. And they were anxious about Dan and Judah, who were not seen by them, for they being upon the second wall. And Naphtali went up with his wrath-excited might and sprang upon the first wall to see what caused the noise of shouting, which they had heard in the city. And Issachar and Zebulun drew nigh to break down the doors of the city. And they opened the gates of the city and came into the city. And Naphtali leaped from the first wall to the second and came to assist his brothers. And the inhabitants of Gaash, who were upon the wall, seeing that Naphtali was the third who had come up to assist his brothers, they all fled and descended into the city. Well, they scared, man. These boys jumping from wall to wall, jumping from wall to wall. They was fighting in the windows to the wall, making all the inhabitants fall. They was pissing and shitting in their drawers. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man. And Judah and Dan and Naphtali descended from the wall into the city and pursued the inhabitants of the city. And Simeon and Levi were from without of the city and knew not that the gate was opened. And they went up from there to the wall and came down to their brothers into the city. And the inhabitants of the city had all descended into the city. And the sons of Jacob came to them in different directions, and the battle waged against them from the front and the rear. And the sons of Jacob smote them terribly, and slew about 20,000 of them, men and women. Not one of them could stand up against the sons of Jacob. And the blood flowed plentifully in the city, and it was like a brook of water. And the blood flowed like a brook to the outer part of the city and reached the desert of Beth-Choron. And the people of Beth-Choron saw at a distance the blood flowing from the city of Gaash. And about 70 men from amongst them ran to see the blood. And they came to the place where the blood was. And they followed the track of the blood and came to the wall of the city Gaash. And they saw the blood issue from the city. And they heard the voice of crying from the inhabitants of Gaash, for it ascended unto heaven. And the blood was continuing to flow abundantly like a brook of water. And all the sons of Jacob were still smiting the inhabitants of Gaash and were engaging and slaying them till evening, about 20,000 men and women. And the people of Choron said, surely this is the work of the Hebrews, for they are still carrying on war in all the cities of the Amorites. Pooh, them boys kill about 20,000. 20,000, man. 20,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. They went on a killing spree, man. And those people hastened and ran to Beth-Choron, and each took his weapon of war, and they cried out to all the inhabitants of Beth-Choron, who also girt on their weapons of war to go and fight with the sons of Jacob. And when the sons of Jacob had done smiting the inhabitants of Gaash, they walked about the city to strip all the slain. And coming in the innermost part of the city and farther on, they met 3 very powerful men. And there was no sword in their hand. And the sons of Jacob came up to the place where they were. And the powerful men ran away. And one of them had taken Zebulun, who he saw was a young lad and of short stature. Let me mark that. Zebulun was short, huh? He was a young lad of short stature. And with his might dashed him to the ground. And Jacob ran to him with his sword, and Jacob smote him below his loins with the sword and cut him in two. And the people fell upon Zebulun. And the second one approached and seized Jacob to fell him to the ground. And Jacob turned to him and shouted to him. Whilst Simeon and Levi ran and smote him on the hips with the sword and felled him to the ground. And the powerful man rose up from the ground with wrath-excited might, and Judah came to him before he had gained his footing and struck him upon the head with the sword. And his head was split, and he died. And the third powerful man, seeing that his companions were killed, ran from before the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob pursued him in the city. And whilst the powerful man was fleeing, he found one of the swords of the inhabitants of the city, and he picked it up and turned to the sons of Jacob and fought them with that sword. And the powerful man ran to Judah to strike him upon the head with the sword, and there was no shield in the hand of Judah. And whilst he was aiming to strike him, Naphtali hastily took his shield and put it to Judah's head. And the sword of the powerful man hit the shield of Naphtali, and Judah escaped the sword. And Simeon and Levi ran upon the powerful man with their swords and struck at him forcibly with their swords. And the two swords entered the body of the powerful man and divided it in two, lengthwise. And the sons of Jacob smote the three mighty men at that time, together with all the inhabitants of Gaash, and the day was about to decline. And the sons of Jacob walked about Gaash and took all the spoil of the city, even the little ones and women they did not suffer to live. And the sons of Jacob did unto Gaash as they had done to Sarton and to Shiloh. Damn, man. It was killing everybody. Lottie died everybody. One time, 10,000. Was it 10,000 or was it 20,000? 20,000. Men and women. $20,000 men and women, them boys. Just the boys, just them. It was just them and their servants. Jacob, it was 112 people in total. 112 people killed 20,000. 111, because one of Judah's servants died. One of the servants died. One of the servants got killed. So 20,000 people between 111. Man, they was out here doing their thing. They was out here doing their thing. But we're gonna stop there. We're gonna stop at chapter 40. The Canaanites seek peace. Chapter 40. The Canaanites seek peace. That's what we're stopping at. Oh man, we almost halfway through the book. We're almost halfway. We're getting there. It's like 91 chapters. 91 chapters. We're on chapter 40. We're about to be on chapter 40. So when we get to about 46, when we get to chapter 46, we'll be halfway through the book. Halfway. But hey, so far so good. So far so good, man. I don't know. There's just a spell of tiredness just came all upon me. Oh, go to sleep. But anyway, we succeeded. We succeeded in reading the rising scripts for today. That was the reading session for today of the ancient book of Jasher, as referenced in Joshua 10:13, 2 Samuel 1:18, and 2 Timothy 3:8. Man. And we're going to keep pushing through. One day at a time. Man. One day at a time, one session at a time. One book at a time, here a little, there a little, till we can seek and find the treasures that have been left behind to help enlighten and ease and comfort our minds. Man, we got to keep pushing to be better, better. Striving to be better. Every day. Some days we might stumble. Some days we might fall, but we get our asses right back up and keep moving, keep striving, keep pushing forward. Forward march, no retreat. Forward march, no retreat. Oh, man. I guess I didn't get no hug. Man, I hit him watching damn Miles Morales. Miles Morales took over my hug, man. I was waiting. I was ready. I was getting prepared for my hug, my early hug. But Miles Morales won. The hell with Miles Morales. No. Hey, but that has been Rising Scripts for today, man. Shalom, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Do the shit y'all need to do. Push on, push on, push on. Persevere. Strive for greatness. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, Miss Boxy. I don't know what that blue shit is you just sung, but shalom. Hey, have a wonderful day. Keep pushing. I'm out here. Shalom.